Okay, so this is the first segment of the Yogalates series. My name's Cameron. I teach yoga and Pilates in Philly. For the record, this is purely for educational purposes only. I've learned I'm not a content girly, okay? And yes, I know my plant is dead. So in this series, I share some movements I've created to teach my local Yogalates class here in Philadelphia, blending yoga and Pilates. Okay, so one of my favorite yoga postures or asanas is goddess pose. So this is your traditional goddess pose. I like to add different elements by like straightening the arms and legs into like a star shape and then having students squat back down and bend back into their goddess pose back and forth as they get comfortable. And then to make this more difficult and challenging and more Pilates like, you can add in lifting one heel at a time and then eventually both heels. A third element you can add in is having them open their hands out to the side like a T and then closing them like they're giving themselves a hug as they're standing up and down as they're lifting the heels. So you can do all three, you can do a couple of those elements, but it adds kind of like a cardio and strengthening. And then similarly, pulsing in Shiva squat back and forth. So I usually have students prop their hands up on blocks, but then back and forth we can move out of the Shiva squat and into the Shiva squat. And then at the end, I usually have them hold at the top and pulse their foot up and down. I usually say drive your heel up towards the ceiling and then pulse up and down. So typically I cue them engaging the glute at the top and then exhaling to bend into Shiva squat. Okay, so the sun is out, but the last one is just sunbird pose. Sunbird is super common. Typically people teach this pose like this and then have them crunch underneath like elbow to knee. I like to do that a lot. After a few rounds of that, I have students drop their hands down, keep their leg lifted, and then just lift the leg back and forth like toe tap and drive the heel back up to really clench that glute at the top. I also have them do oblique crunches to the side, which adds a whole other element. And then there's a few other things you can do here to make it interesting, really isolating the lower body and the core as well. Okay, that's all I got for this little episode. Follow for more.